Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
The Borg will not attack you until you prove to be a threat. That should give you time to reach Subjunction 37, where you'll find the 3 dampening field generators.
Got it. Let's go.
Today.
There's too much anti-lepton interference.
Just boost the signal.
That's dangerous.
Commander Tuvok, Hazard Team requests permission to get going.
Beam them out.
Telsia. Chell. Monroe to Tuvok. Where's the rest of my team?
Chell here. What a rough ride. I think I have transporter shock.
Status.
The interference must have separated us. We're lucky it didn't...
Status, Chell.
Unharmed, but queasy. My tricorder located you. I'll meet you in...
Chell, report!
Just my luck. Force fields. I'm trapped.
We'll find you. Monroe out. Stay close, Chang.
Telsia here. I'm scouting out the generators.
Good. Keep me posted.
I can't modulate this yellow force field from here. Use your tricorder on that control panel. The force field's down. Thanks.
There's Voyager. Trapped.
I wish I was back there, recalibrating antimatter containment fields.
We are the Borg. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated.
They're active.
Use IMODs. The Borg can't adapt to them.
Resistance is futile.
Monroe! Chang!
Our IMODs. The Borg must be jamming them.
Monroe to Voyager. The Borg took Chang. Beam him out.
His signal is too weak. Find him and eliminate nearby sources of interference, possibly force fields.
Understood. Chell, locate Chang.
I've sent his location to your tricorder. He's in a maturation chamber for assimilation.
Telsia to Monroe. I found a Borg relay node. Accessing their computer system.
Good. The Borg took Chang. We'll find you after he's safe. Didn't I order you to stay close?
Get out!
Negative. I'm shutting this force field down. Don't go anywhere. Monroe to Voyager. Beam Chang out.
Monroe, there's a force field up here we'll need to get through. My scans indicate the power source is on your level.
Telsia.
Can you disable this force field?
I don't see a way.
I'm retrieving the location of the generators. This can't be good.
She's trapped in there.
Monroe, relax the solution node.
Resistance is futile.
Back off. Cover me.
Look out!
Thanks, Monroe. I found the dampening field generators. They're up in subjunction 37 near the Borg central plexus.
Good job.
They beamed in right after I decrypted data about new drone technology.
That must be some important data. They didn't beam in even when we were shooting up the place.
That means they classified us as a threat. This just got messy. Monroe to Voyager. How's Chang?
The doctor expects him to make a full recovery.
We're proceeding to the dampening field generator so we can release Voyager. Monroe out.
Is there a choice to go back to Voyager?
You can get a medical permit if I break your leg.
Use your tricorder on the generator's panel. The two of us can trigger a degenerative feedback loop. Generator deactivated.
Monroe to Voyager. How's that dampening field?
It has dissipated. Voyager is ready to depart.
3 to beam out. Monroe to Voyager. Where's my team, Tuvok?
They are safe on Voyager. We are having difficulty transporting you through the anti-lepton interference. We had to send your pattern back to the Borg vessel.
Where in the Borg vessel?
The Borg central plexus. Your primary objective is to avoid alerting them to your presence.
Existence as you know it is over. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Resistance.
Get Voyager out.
We are staying until you are on board.
That's not logical. Go, before they regenerate the dampening field. Let's see how well you adapt without your adaptive nodes.
Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated.
Assimilation is futile.
A satisfactory outcome. Starfleet is reasonably pleased.
Reasonably?
Here are your new assignments. Telsia, you will command the security force on the USS Dallas. Chell...
You're breaking up the Hazard team?
Precisely. Chell, you are assigned to the research outpost in the Guernica system.
Not even a starship?
Precisely. Monroe, I've assigned you to teach small group tactics here at Starfleet Academy.
You also assigned Tuvok to teach math?
Monroe is nursemaiding cadets?
Precisely. That is his best use.
Saving lives is no longer useful?
Read Janeway's report. She said the Hazard team is a vital asset.
Precisely. Vital to the Delta Quadrant. Your so-called Hazard team relied on non-regulation tactics.
And no so-called star bases for backup.
Precisely. Here in the Alpha Quadrant, traditional away teams are sufficient.
The Hazard team takes missions that are too hot for traditional away teams.
There is no Hazard team.
Oh, yes, there is. And it outnumbers you.
What? What was that?
Everyone calm down. Stemmons, what Captain Janeway prized was our ability to improvise flexible tactics for any situation.
Precisely. Such extemporaneous tactics are no longer appropriate. You should be grateful we have a place for you at all. Why aren't you grateful for a chance to relax after 7 long years of strife? I don't understand this at all.
Precisely. You don't understand. At all.
I can't believe he's disbanding the Hazard team.
Come on, Monroe. Just give me 5 minutes alone with him.
So you can be thrown into the brig?
Chang's right. We have to do something.
How do incompetent people end up with such important jobs?
Maybe we can get him fired for being a hack.
Whoa! Even Chell wasn't this bloodthirsty fighting the Borg.
I'm going to file an appeal with Starfleet Command. Someone in the chain of command will listen to reason.
And if that doesn't work?
Then we make some hard choices.
Damn.
Ground level.
Cadet Kamunga, please report to the headmaster's office immediately.
Greetings, Lieutenant.
Tuvok, what are you doing here?
I had time for a brief stopover on my way to Vulcan. Congratulations on your new assignment.
Thanks, but I don't want to leave active duty for teaching.
There are few jobs more important than teaching. But I will explain your plight to my colleagues.
Thanks, Tuvok. I just think I can be of better use out there.
The Academy offers contact with many prominent people. Demonstrations of talent and initiative do not go unnoticed.
Commander Tuvok, please report to Launch Pad 2.
It was an honor to serve with you.
The honor was mine, Lieutenant Monroe. Live long and prosper.
Can you believe it? Voyager returned after being gone all those years.
I wonder what it was like, being stranded so far from home all that time.
I'd love to sit down and talk with them about their adventures.
Yeah.
They must be in demand all over the Federation.
An officer from that ship must have his pick of assignments.
After all that excitement, I don't know how they could ever go back to normal duties.
I really want to see what it's like.
You have to understand, most Betazoids hate using telepathy on those who don't have it. In the past, it's led to war and death. Far too many of us ended up in concentration camps, placed there by those who feared our powers. We've learned to respect the privacy of other races. Learning the value of other people's privacy was a major step forward for us. We've learned that all people have a right to think freely without coercion or outside scrutiny. But if you're really determined, we can give it a try.
I would be honored to have you read my mind.
But only for a moment.
Lieutenant Monroe reporting, sir.
Ah, good to meet you, Lieutenant. I have your teaching assignment. You'll be instructing the cadets in small unit tactics.
Starfleet Command declined to hear our appeal.
I see.
What are you going to do?
What can I do?
Resign.
And that will get the team back how?
It'll show Stemmons the price of stupid decisions.
It'll show Stemmons he can bully us out of Starfleet. We end up paying the price, not him.
Until the Borg pay a little visit, or the Romulans, or...
The Dallas is a good ship. At least you're back in action.
If I accept. What if we both resign? At least we can be together.
I won't let you throw away your career for me.
You mean you won't throw away your career for me?
Romulan sneak attack.
Drop your weapon and surrender.
The door is malfunctioning. We need to find a way past it and repair it from the other side. Well done.
Drop your weapon and surrender.
Korban, execute hazard maneuver Monroe Alpha 3.
Surrender. Drop your weapon and surrender.
Holodeck simulation completed.
Thanks, Korban. Good work.
Lieutenant Monroe, this is Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
I enjoyed observing your holodeck session. Very impressive.
Yes, thank you, Monroe. And now we're very sorry, but the captain is on a very tight schedule.
I'm sure the headmaster's reception can wait a few minutes. Lieutenant Monroe, I was wondering where you trained.
The Delta Quadrant.
I beg your pardon?
I led the hazard team on Voyager, sir.
Hazard team?
Yes, the hazard team was...
completely superfluous.
Excuse me? Superfluous?
Precisely. Federation space is so completely different from the lawless Delta Quadrant. My research clearly shows that Starfleet captains do not need hazard teams.
I see. And are you a Starfleet captain?
Well, no, but...
The challenges we face on the outer edges of Federation space are not so different from what Voyager faced in the Delta Quadrant. I could use an elite force of tactical officers.
But...
Tell me, Lieutenant, do you ever think about going back on active duty?
Every second of my life.
I'll talk to your commanding officer. Perhaps I can arrange a transfer.
Thank you, sir.
Draw up a list of personnel and cadets you would like on a new hazard team. I'm sure Mr. Stemmons can make the arrangements.
Well, precisely.
Hazard team reporting for duty, sir.
Welcome aboard the Enterprise.
Thank you, sir.
Lieutenant Commander Tuvok has agreed to take a temporary assignment at the tactical station while Lieutenant Commander Worf is on leave. He'll also help us integrate hazard team operations.
My goal is to streamline the integration of hazard team operations.
Your former student, Ensign Korban, will join Ensigns Chang, Chell, and Jurot to form the core team. Academy graduate Sidney Stockman will serve as hazard team shuttle pilot, and I'd like to add a junior member from my crew, Ensign Franklin.
We'll incorporate him into our next training session.
Very good. Lieutenants, get acquainted with the new hazard team operations area. When we've finished our current diplomatic mission, I'll call you to the bridge for a tour.
Ensign Korban has developed a new weapon for hazard team operations. You will find him in the armory.
Haven't seen you before. You must be part of the new hazard team.
Hey, Korban.
Have you seen the new Federation assault rifle?
No. Sorry, my first stop on the Enterprise wasn't the weapons locker.
I will overlook your human failings.
And they say Klingons are heartless.
This assault rifle will be a good complement to the compression rifle. It's more powerful at short range and has added functionality.
Thanks.
You have my thanks as well for assigning me to the hazard team. You do me a great honor.
The honor's ours. You're the best person for the job.
To assist your training with the assault rifle, I have loaded a holodeck training program. I think you will find it invigorating. The primary attack is a spread plasma burst. The secondary attack is a powerful single shot, which can do extensive collateral damage to nearby hostiles. Not bad, considering you lack Klingon blood.
Sorry, but I'm very busy. Can we chat later?
Good. I'm now on the hazard team.
That's wonderful. I also got the transfer I requested.
To where?
I'm in charge of the hydroponics bay. It's really a great assignment.
We don't have a lot of plants on Andoria, but the few that we have are very exotic.
You should come by the hydroponics bay sometime. I'd love to hear about the plants on Andoria and show you some improvements we're making.
I'll drop by after my next shift.
It's great having the Hazard team back together again.
While the team was disbanded, I returned to Vulcan for further study. I've greatly improved my medical skills.
Welcome to the bridge, Lieutenant.
Glad to be here, sir.
How long do you think it will take to train your team to the level of readiness you had in the Delta Quadrant?
We are receiving a distress call on Federation channels.
This is Captain Galloway of the Federation starship Dallas. We've been boarded by an unknown alien life form. Warn all Federation ships, under no circumstances should you approach this vessel.
Set a course for the Dallas, maximum warp.
Course laid in, Captain.
Engage. My apologies, Lieutenant. We'll finish your tour another time. Assemble the Hazard team and tell them we are deploying them ahead of schedule. Take Ensign Franklin with you. He's an expert on Excelsior-class ship systems. I want your team ready for transport as soon as we reach the Dallas.
Aye, sir.
And Lieutenant?
Yes, sir?
I rely on your team's readiness.
We won't let you down, sir.
Gravity's low. The artificial gravity system is malfunctioning.
No life signs in this area.
Well, keep scanning. Look at this strange hole.
Too irregular for a phaser. Mechanical damage?
Trace amounts of liquid.
Liquid coolant for an industrial drill?
No, too little, and it's thicker with enzymes and trace organic compounds. Almost like... What? Saliva. Something chewed its way in?
We need to restore the main ship's systems. Franklin, where are the gravity controls?
I'll send the location to your tricorder. That did it. The door's unlocked. What was that?
Welcome back.
Now we can restore the ship's power. We just have to get to engineering.
Life support systems at 50% efficiency.
Hey, what's that?
I've got life signs. Check your tricorder.
Look at all those blips. What are they? The blips are headed this way. They're getting closer. They're almost here. They're
going away.
Hey! You sound disappointed. The only thing worse than an alien attack is an alien attack that hides when you see it coming.
We've reached main engineering.
Locked.
We have to find a way in.
These Jeffries tubes lead to an observation lounge near engineering.
Good enough for me. Stay here.
got blips again. Moving in fast.
Monroe, we're trapped. Get us in there.
Use your tricorder on the main engineering console.
Here's another one.
Main power restored.
Take that! Thanks. What the hell are those things? I have no idea.
Their attack seems savage and instinctual, as if they are not sentient species.
Sentient enough to hold their attack until we were cornered. Monroe to Enterprise.
Go ahead, Lieutenant.
We've engaged hostile aliens, sir. Unknown life forms.
Team status?
Intact.
And the Dallas?
We've restored partial power.
Proceed to the bridge. Find Captain Galloway.
Franklin!
There's another one!
There's another one. Poor Franklin.
Stay sharp. I don't want to lose anyone else.
It's Captain Galloway.
Jurat, find out how he died. Chell, access the captain's logs.
There are no wounds on him. He died from asphyxiation, presumably when the Dallas lost life support.
The captain's log is online.
Play it.
Captain's log, stardate 56535.1. We're responding to a distress call from an Atrexian station just outside Federation space. The attack crippled us. I've sent most of my crew to the space station. I hope they can protect the Atrexians. I've kept a small skeleton crew led by my security chief. We're gonna try to salvage the ship by getting it away from the space station. There are too many of them. We've got cascading system failures. We're losing the battle to keep up minimal life support. We can't last more than a few hours. I've authorized my chief engineer to try an experimental procedure. She's encoding our remaining crew into the transporter pattern buffer. It's risky. The signals might degrade beyond recovery. But if it works, it may be the best chance for survival.
Their patterns are very weak. They're fading fast.
Chell, more power down here.
Ooh. They've been in the pattern buffer for a while. They're dehydrated and probably a bit disoriented, but they should be fine.
Alex? You're late, Monroe.
I think they're back to normal already.
Thanks for the save.
I'm Katarina Scott, the chief engineer of the Dallas.
This was your plan?
My great-grandfather's plan, actually. Captain Montgomery Scott. He developed a procedure for staying alive inside the transporter pattern buffer. Alive with no signal degradation.
Very clever.
Chell here. I'm trying to get the shields down so we can beam out of here, but the security subsystems are a bit chaotic. I could use some help.
Jurat, stay here and treat them until we can get them back to the Enterprise. I'll go assist Chell on the bridge.
Monroe? I hear chewing. I need backup. Hurry!
On my way, Chell.
That was close. Thanks, Monroe.
Jurat to Monroe. The Dallas crew are stable, but we need to get them back to the Enterprise.
I've deactivated the Dallas's shields. We can beam out now.
Monroe to Enterprise. We're ready to beam out.
Understood. Sickbay standing by to receive the Dallas crew members. Picard out.
What happened?
We responded to a distress call from an Atrexian space station.
Atrexian?
A star-faring people with 12 systems and 23 colony planets in the Brecker Rift.
We found the Atrexian station under assault by unknown aliens.
We saw no alien ship, so we took a low orbit near the station. That was our mistake.
They swarmed us, using impulse engines built right into their exoskeletons.
Amazing genetic engineering.
They disabled our shields and chewed through our hull before we could mount a defense.
The ship was doomed. During the firefight, we beamed most of the crew onto the Atrexian station.
The captain raced away from the area with a skeleton crew of volunteers. We hid in the pattern buffers to wait for rescue.
We hoped our ruined ship could broadcast a warning to Starfleet so no other ship would risk a low orbit at the Atrexian space station.
If these aliens had no ship, how did they get to the system?
We don't know.
Perhaps their ship was cloaked.
When we arrive at the station, I want the Hazard team to go in first. Locate the remaining crew of the Dallas and help the Atrexians.
Aye, sir. Sir?
Your team's performance on the ship was exemplary, Lieutenant. The loss of Ensign Franklin was regrettable, but your success on this mission led to the rescue of several Dallas crew members.
Can I help you?
Come.
Captain?
Good luck, Lieutenant.
Thank you, sir. Sir.
On your way, Lieutenant.
Can you believe that? About the Dallas?
The Dallas was a good ship. If it happened to them, it could happen to anyone.
It could happen to us.
Let's just get these GPS conduits replaced.
Yeah, let's get to work.
Hello, Lieutenant. I'm the ship's librarian.
All finished?
I found a malfunction in the starboard nacelle's plasma exhaust. It's not venting properly through the driver coil assembly. It's going to take a little longer than I estimated.
I thought Starfleet engineers always worked faster than their estimates.
Plasma vent leak! It's burning out! Get inside the shuttle and use your tricorder to bleed off plasma from the left computer console. The shuttle is going critical. Please hurry. That was close. Good job, Monroe.
Come on, team. Let's show them what we can do.
We need to exercise caution. These aliens are capable of impulse flight. They're capable of chewing through a tritanium hull.
They're capable of falling over when shot.
Be careful out there, sir.
Hazard team, report in.
The aliens have completely destroyed the lower environmental ring. No sign of the Dallas crew. I'm proceeding to the rendezvous point.
The computer systems appear to be functional. Also, I found an Atrexian weapon that seems quite useful for dealing with these aliens. See you at the rendezvous point.
The casualties are staggering. The medical wing is completely destroyed. I have found some survivors. I'll meet you at the command center once I've stabilized them.
Security breach in maintenance bay.
Keep moving.
I made it! Over here!
I'm Lieutenant Monroe. Who were these invaders?
We don't know. They just appeared about 3 days ago. They came from nowhere.
Where's their ship?
I was the engineer on duty when the attack began. There was no ship, no transporter activity, and no warp signature.
Either we somehow never noticed hostile aliens living in our solar system, or their warp technology is beyond anything we know.
Where are their leaders?
We haven't seen any. They seem to have no type of command structure.
So how do they coordinate their attacks?
We don't know. In between their attacks, they just seem to mill around like insects.
And they charge in wave after wave with no thought of self-preservation.
Pretty clever tactic for an insect.
And effective. Our ammunition is gone.
Is there an armory near here?
Yes, there is one close by.
But the last group we sent never came back. None of us will go now.
No, Vengpal. One of us will.
What? But Avaxtus?
I'd rather die fighting than sitting here.
I'm with you, Avaxtus. Show me the way.
You are both as good as dead.
This way. Hold on for long. Find the emergency shield controls before the air runs out. That is the last. It's not much further now. Follow. Here's the weapons locker. Now what was that security code? Gosh, that language! I forgot about the redundant security system. Don't worry, I can bypass it. I think almost done. So, grab a weapon! We need to get back to Bangkok. Lead the way.
What news? Where is Avaxtus?
He didn't make it.
The fates have blessed you, but poor Avaxtus.
Have you seen other Starfleet crew members?
Yes, a Federation ship requested emergency assistance 3 days ago. They transported their crew during an attack on the ship, but I haven't seen them since. Did you Federation people bring this plague down on us?
Hazard team, report in.
I found an abandoned security station. I'm downloading their security codes.
Chang here. I'm on my way to the rendezvous point. Resistance so far has been mild.
Gerard to Monroe. I found medical supplies. I'm setting up an emergency field hospital.
Sydney reporting in. I'm maintaining a safe distance from the station.
Help! Help! He just breached the inner wall.
What's going on?
We've caught one of the invaders!
He's in the escape pod.
Jettison the pod.
Our controls down here are broken. There is a release switch on the second floor. It's in the master control room, overlooking the pod.
Escape pod launched.
Those invaders have disabled our defensive grid. We need to get our systems functioning again, or we're all dead.
Monroe to Enterprise.
Go ahead, Lieutenant.
The command officials are safe. No sign of the Dallas crew.
They're coming.
We're under attack.
Lieutenant, protect the Atrexian command officials at all costs.
There's another one. We took the scenic route.
Cover me!
Cover me!
Please convey our gratitude to your captain. You have the reverence of many future generations.
Thank you, but I'd rather have some answers. Have you ever seen these invaders before?
Never.
Who are your enemies?
We have no enemies.
Well, we have ongoing problems with Atrexian smugglers, and Idril separatists, and occasional Cardassian vessels looking for easy conquests.
Idril?
A backward race. We've been assisting them for centuries.
We've given the Idril the gifts of written language and the warp drive.
But the Separatists are not grateful. They claim that many Atrexian systems are actually ancient Idril homelands.
They've created a delusional fiction in which they are an older race than we.
That should be easy to disprove.
It is. But cherished superstitions die hard. Fortunately, most Idril don't believe the Separatists.
We're wasting time. The aliens are not Idril.
They must be an interstellar invasion force, like the Borg.
Whatever they are, we can't get them out of the station until we get your defensive grid back online.
Our security generators are in ruins.
Don't you have backup generators?
Yes, in the main power core, in the heart of the station.
If we can figure out how to manually connect the backup generators to the grid, we could eliminate all invaders on the station.
Only our chief engineer could do that. But I don't know where she is.
I do. She reported in. She's trapped in an office near the main power core.
Tell her I'm on my way. Hazard team, stay here and protect the Atrexians.
Aye, sir.
Ensign Gonzalez, USS Dallas.
Lieutenant Monroe, USS Enterprise. We've just come from the Dallas.
Did she make it?
We got there too late. Those creatures tore the ship apart.
Damn.
Where's the rest of the Dallas crew?
The lower habitat ring. It'll take a while for the creatures to reach them. Here are their coordinates.
What are you doing out here?
Looking for supplies. We weren't sure how long we'd have to stay down there.
Monroe to Tuvok. I'm relaying the coordinates to the Dallas crew.
We are beaming them out now.
Are you ready to beam out?
And let you have all the fun? I'm staying.
Okay then. Let's find an Atrexian engineer and get that defensive grid cranked up.